Jerry? That's my syncing up. Hello, and welcome to this. I'm so sorry. You didn't ask for it. I wanted to do it, and John got the jump on me, so I have to catch up now. This is ranking every U.S. vice president by how sexy they are. I'd like to remind you I'm Captain Asexual, and I don't know what I'm talking about. So, we got the tier list set up here. Once again, we have every vice president to have served in U.S. history. There are 49 of them. 49 U.S. vice presidents, including our current vice president, Kamala Harris. But we are going to cull a few names. We are culling 14 vice presidents because they have served as president. And we have already ranked them. See previous video in the link below if you haven't already. And why wouldn't you? I mean, I ranked every president by how sexy they are. Why wouldn't you click on that? Like, what are you, nuts? Am I nuts? I'm probably not. I'm the nuts one. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. So, we have 35 people. 34 men and 1 woman, finally! Our first woman on one of these rankings. And I am including Joe Biden because I did not officially rank him. I know I said a thing in passing in the ranking all the presidents video, but I didn't really rank him. We're gonna rank him here at the very end because we're going in chronological order, and again skipping over all the vice presidents that would go on to serve as president or ascend to the presidency, whatever, because we already fucking ranked them. Now this is gonna be a little hard, because while I know all of my presidents, I don't know all of my vice presidents. And for a lot of these, I'm not gonna have much information to share. I will try to share a little bit of information, as much as I know about these people, because I wish for these videos to be at least somewhat educational. I want people to get something out of it. I was told that people actually learned a thing or two from the last one, so if I can do that again, that'll make me feel better about doing something so monumentally stupid, like ranking all the vice presidents by how sexy they are. So, without further ado, long ass intro out of the way, let's start. So we have to skip John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. So we go right to Vice President number 3, which is
Aaron Burr, sir.
It's Aaron Burr.
Sir.
Aaron Burr is the first one that we're going to talk about. First Vice President under Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson had 2 VPs because Aaron Burr kind of rage quit. If you could call killing Alexander Hamilton a rage quit, which, I mean, I do. I won't lie. It's not because I think Leslie Odom Jr. is a sexy man, though I do. Aaron Burr is pretty hot. Aaron Burr is, like, really hot. And I won't lie, I've been thinking about this for the past few days of where I want to rank everyone. Most of these fuckers are not getting higher than, like, a C. This is gonna be a very tight race for B. The B rank. Aaron Burr is a goddamn sexy human being. He is a, frankly, fairly misunderstood character in American history, American lore, if you will. I don't think it's that stretch of a say, but I think Aaron Burr wins this competition. Kind of by default. Burr, I'm gonna give you the win that no one else will give you. S rank for Aaron Burr. Aaron Burr's an S rank, motherfucker. Hey, Burr.
Sir.
Close the door on your way out. Alright, so from here until we get to the modern era of politics, this is gonna be rough. I know, like, 5 of these guys until we get to, like, Richard Nixon. Here we go. Thomas Jefferson's second VP and also first VP under James Madison, people just like this guy, I guess, is George Clinton. first Clinton in American politics. Is it? I actually don't know. The Clinton line has been in American politics for a very long time, is all I'm trying to say here. George Clinton, he's not bad looking. Again, this is gonna be a list of very, very mediocre looking men. If I give them a B, it means they're slightly above mediocre looking in this case. And I think B is where George Clinton deserves to go. I can look at him. I can look at him and be like, alright, I'd fuck him. Alright, moving on, we have Elbridge Gerry. If you're wondering why I'm looking down, I have Wikipedia open. Because like I said, I don't know most of these people. I really don't. And also it gives me a better view of their face, which is helpful in doing this. Yeah, I'm cheating and using Wikipedia. I can name every president backwards, but I can't name every vice president. Oops. Sorry, I'm not a fucking history legend over here. Elbridge Gerry. Elbridge Gerry is such a stupid name. He's so like... He's like if you took James Madison and like overaged him with like one of those like silly see how your face will look in 50 years apps. Yeah, I'm not for Elbridge Gerry. Plus, fun fact, one of the few facts I know about Elbridge Gerry, if you ever heard of a little horrible political thing called gerrymandering, this is who it's named after. D. Gerry gets a D. So we'll move on to Daniel D. Tompkins. Daniel D. Tompkins. Oh Lord. I don't even know. So Daniel D. Tompkins was a famous drunk, apparently. This is what I know about him. He borrowed a shitload of money to help finance New York's effort during the War of 1812, which, good for him, but the alcohol certainly looks on his face. He was also, I believe, one of the youngest vice presidents that we've ever had. We have a few vice presidents that were like in their late 30s, which is pretty rare when you look at presidency. I think the average, I believe someone did the math, the average age of all of our US presidents is like 54. So yeah, Daniel D. Tompkins, I am just stalling. He gets a C. If I have to stall to talk about you, I think C is the most middling possible rank. John C. Calhoun. He really is like a poor man's Andrew Jackson, which is ironic because Andrew Jackson was a poor man's Andrew Jackson. Oh my god, fucking Calhoun. So like Aaron Burr rage quit the vice presidency. John C. Calhoun ran from the vice presidency with his tail between his legs when he fucking backed the fucking South Carolina's bid to secede, and fucking Andrew Jackson just said, "I'll hang John C. Calhoun from the first tree I find. I will fucking murder this man." And Calhoun was like, "Oh shit, sorry." Back off from you. If there's one nice thing I'll say about Andrew Jackson, he kept the Union. He kept the Union. He didn't let the Union fall apart. He did not let South Carolina secede over any fucking reason. John C. Calhoun. What did I give Andrew? I gave Andrew Jackson a B. So he's a step down from that, and so that's a C. Skipping Martin Van Buren, we'll go over to Richard Mentor Johnson. That's what he looked like? Really? Oh boy. What does he remind me of? He kind of reminds me of old Bilbo Baggins from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I mean, young Bilbo Baggins, played by Martin Short. Old Bilbo Baggins. C. This is another C. Move over to George M. Dallas, who there was not an official like portrait of, which is weird. He actually had like a formal photograph of him, and that's the only picture that I could get of him either on Wikipedia or through Tiermaker. George M. Dallas is, I don't think the city of Dallas is named after. Me in the future do a quick check to see if I'm right about that. Honestly, he's not bad looking. I mean, this is a very, very old photograph. It's very grainy. It's a little hard to see exactly what he's supposed to look like. Honestly, his hair is a bit of a mess, but like his face is really well put together. He's got this nice pose, you know. He's not bad. I'll give George M. Dallas a B. B for Dallas. We skip Miller Fillmore. We move over to William R. King, who is going to be the last of the portraited vice presidents. From here on out, there will be photographs of all of them, even though we just had a photograph. Weird. William R. King. I tell you, I have like Wikipedia has like a pencil drawing of him, which makes him look like real shady looking. He's got like a really pointy nose, his eyes are all shadowed, and his hair's a bit weird looking. But his portrait, the portrait of him, it's actually kind of nice. I like how Mr. King looks. I'll give Mr. King an A. I will give Mr. King a nice little A. So we move on to John C. Breckinridge. Just fucking Frankenstein's monster over here. Like, what the fuck? John C. Breckinridge was such a failure. Joined the Confederacy. You know, after being vice president, he joined the Confederacy when they seceded. He was made the Confederate Secretary of War in 1865. The war only lasted for like 2 more months. Good job, John. I have a thing against people who sided with the Confederacy. You know, I don't like racists, but he's like not hideous. It's certainly, his racism certainly is hurting him. But then again, probably everyone on this list was a racist, so I'll give Breckinridge a C. Alright, we have our first Republican VP, Hannibal Hamlin. And he kind of does look like a bit of a ham. Like a cooked ham. Like an overcooked ham. Hannibal Hamlin, where to put you? I will give Hamlin a C. Mostly because I have, like, nothing to say about him. Boy, was he just... He was Lincoln's first VP! He certainly was there! So we skip Andrew Johnson, we move over to Schuyler Colfax. Oh, Schuyler Colfax. He looked at Ulysses S. Grant and was like, "Hey, can I copy your style?" And Grant was like, sure, but don't like don't copy me too much, otherwise people will start saying things." And Schuyler was like, "Oh, cool." And this is what he came up with. Just this. His mouth on his official portrait is just so like. It's like he's got like ditto mouth. Interesting thing about him, Colfax was Speaker of the House when the debates and votes for the 13th Amendment were going on, and he famously casted a vote for the 13th Amendment because it was kind of weird at the time because the Speaker of the House usually doesn't cast a vote because usually they don't have to. And I like to imagine that it went down exactly like it's portrayed in the film Lincoln, where it was just kind of sassy. As for his sex appeal, man, I tell you, it's the fact that he was anti-slavery that's really bumping him up further than a fucking D. Schuyler Colfax, you can sit in the C rank. That stupid smile of yours. Henry Wilson. Oh, I think we got our first F, folks. He is just, there is no view of this man that makes him look good. No, I don't want to look at him anymore. No. Henry Wilson goes straight into F. Nope. William A. Wheeler, VP under Rutherford B. Hayes, am I right? Yes. I don't know if there's something wrong with him or there's just something wrong with the picture, but his face looks like someone put it together wrong. Like, it just looks all like... D for Mr. Wheeler.
I'm not your pal, Wheeler.
Chester Arthur didn't have a VP. We'll skip over to Thomas A. Hendricks, who is the most boring looking man I have ever seen. What the hell? This man has nothing interesting about his face. What am I supposed to say about this? What? I'd make a Mormon joke, but this was at the time in American history, where they almost went to war with the Mormons, so he's clearly not one. Oh my god. No, just, it's a remarkable feat to be so boring that you're actually kind of ugly. No, Thomas A. Hendricks goes into D rank. No, I can't even deal with that shit. No, fuck that. Alright, next up is Levy P. Morton. Now in the portrait that's on Wikipedia, he kind of looks like a squished Brendan Gleeson, which, I mean, I'm fine with that. That's cool. But his actual VP portrait, look at those mutton chops. Look at this shit! This is awesome! I mean, he's not quite Chester A. Arthur levels of awesome facial hair, but holy crap! That is some good fucking facial hair, finally! One of these fuckers has good facial hair! Levy P. Morton, you get an A! You get an A, Levy P. Morton! Get it, Levy P. Morton! Get it! Get it! Morton? No. I still like that show, but no. Alright, so we go to Adelaide Stevenson the first. Oh. What happened to you, man? Jeez. Fucking 19th century Lex Luthor over here. What the fuck? Oh my, oh dear. His head is perfectly spherical. What am I supposed to say to that? His head is a fucking ball! Adlai! I don't know whether I hate it or love it. What the fuck? I have to put him in B because I'm so absolutely confused by him in many ways. Garrett Hobart was William McKinley's first VP. He looks like a Muppet, and I don't mean that in like the Scottish or British way of insulting someone. I mean a literal Muppet. I don't really know how else to put him. I like the Muppets. Garrett Hobart, you gotta be. Charles W. Fairbanks. I'm not gonna lie, he kind of looks like a Scottish Terrier. And I'm not saying I'm gonna fuck a Scottish Terrier, but on a man, I like that. I like the very tight facial hair around the mouth there. I really dig it. I think his hairline. I'm kind of a fan of the far back hairline. I think it can look kind of cool. I'll give Mr. Fairbanks an A. Yeah, I'll give Mr. Fairbanks an A. Quite the manly man of his era. Of course, this was the end of the era when facial hair was considered cool, so, you know. Move over to James S. Sherman. This is Taft's VP. He is a square, man. And I don't mean like he's literally a square. I mean like in the old ways of saying someone's not cool looking. Like, god damn, Mr. Sherman. You look so boring. But not like really dull in the Hendrix kind of way. I mean just like so unbelievably square and average. Yeah, Sherman will put in C. Kind of looks like young Dick Cheney too. That's not helping things. Thomas R. Marshall was Woodrow Wilson's VP, and we all know how I feel about Woodrow Wilson, but I gotta say, I'm digging the Ned Flanders kind of look. He seriously just looks like Ned Flanders. I like it. I'm gonna give Mr. Marshall an A. An A for sexiness.
Stupid sexy Flanders!
I don't know if he has the posterior of Ned Flanders, but you know. Go over to Charles G. Dawes. Someone just elongated his face. Poor man. I actually kind of like that look Maybe it's the kind of boxy suit. Maybe it's just the lighting on him. I like the way Dawes looks. I'm gonna give Dawes a B. I think it looks pretty nice. Alright, so Charles Curtis was Herbert Hoover's VP. He just looks tired, honestly. Like, and I mean, I suppose everyone in the Hoover administration was tired because they walked into a shitstorm and then left having not fixed it. So I'd assume everyone in that team was kind of tired. He has a mustache. It's not a bad mustache. He's got the back hairline, but you can't even see where it ends. It's just pure bald, but like he doesn't really own it the way like Adlai Stevenson did. C. I'm gonna give him a C. Alright, so now we move on to John Garner. I misread the things. John Garner. John Garner. That's another C. Like, look at this. Like, what am I supposed to say about this? He's not hideous. But, like, what am I supposed to say to that? He's just so... Henry A. Wallace. Okay, now we're getting back on track. This guy kind of looks like an older Edward R. Murrow if he didn't go to shit. I can get into that. I kind of like how Henry A. Wallace looks. I know literally nothing about him. I've known literally nothing about like most of these people. I can't help you here. I'm sorry. This is FDR's second VP, alright? He had 3. Where to put him though? B. I like the way he looks, but I'm not like enthusiastic about him. Alright, so we move past Harry Truman and we go to the last of these fuckers that I know basically nothing about, which is Alvin W. Barkley. I mean, his face is just so familiar because it's so, like, 50s, 60s old man generic. Are you guys feeling anything from him? Because I'm not. I don't hate him, though. Let me get to see. Am I being too nice? Am I being too generous by giving so many of these guys a C? Alright, we skip 2 because they're both presidents, and we move over... We move over to Hubert Humphrey. Hubert Humphrey. Hubert fucking Humphrey. Oh my god. What do I say about Hubert Humphrey? What a colossal mistake for the Democratic Party. He was LBJ's VP when he won in 64. And then when LBJ decided to step down from the 68 race, Hubert Humphrey kind of took over his position, but also like tried to stay away from his position because a lot of people didn't like LBJ's position, especially on the war. He's the reason the Democratic Party collapsed in 68. Like, it's just... He just is, because everyone decided to pick Hubert fucking Humphrey over a lot of other people who could have done better. I know it was a close race, but only because a lot of people were suspicious of Richard Nixon at the time. Suspicious that he wasn't going to follow through with his promises, which, I mean, he did, and he also didn't. It's a complicated story. It involves the Vietnam War, and I'd be happy to discuss it another time when we're not talking about how sexy these men are, if y'all are interested in hearing me talk about the Vietnam War. I don't know if I'm qualified to, but I'd love to do it. So that's completely avoiding the question of where the fuck do I put Hubert Humphrey? Hubert... I think part of the problem is his name. If I was in bed with him, right? And he was going to town, and I called out his name, I think one of the many names that would kind of kill the mood is going, "Oh, Hubert!" Hubert Humphrey goes in D. Go away, Hubert. Spiro Agnew. I know Spiro Agnew because of 2 fucking things. The first was that he resigned from the vice presidency because he was involved in crimes. And also this great attack ad from Hubert Humphrey during the 68 election, which I absolutely adore. Like, that's it. That's the ad. Fucking got him. Good job, Hubert. But in all seriousness, Spiro Agnew looks like a fucking potato with a face. That's all I got for you. Spiro Agnew is a potato with a face. D. Get Jerry Ford. Which means we gotta go to Nelson Rockefeller, relative to the millionaire and entrepreneur and the robber baron, John D. Rockefeller, who, I mean, I assume you all should have at least heard the name John D. Rockefeller. He's, especially if you live in New York, and his name is almost everywhere. This is descendant Nelson Rockefeller. Nelson Rockefeller tried so many fucking times to become president. The closest he ever came was being Jerry Ford's VP. I don't even know how he was chosen to be Jerry Ford's VP, because Jerry Ford was only president for the end of Nixon's second term after he resigned. Honestly, that means that Nelson Rockefeller was pretty fucking close to becoming president, because should Jerry Ford have died, Rockefeller would have ascended to the presidency. And man, did some people try to kill Jerry Ford. 2 assassination attempts within weeks of each other. I love that story so much. As for Nelson Rockefeller, he looks like your stereotypical, like, 70s dad. And honestly, that's okay. I don't hate the way Nelson Rockefeller looks. I'll give Nelson Rockefeller a C, because I'm not, like, into that, but, like, someone might be. Someone's gotta be. Poor Nelson. Walter Mondale, the guy that they thought could defeat Reagan in '84. Totally could have beat Reagan in '84. Wasn't a landslide at all, right? It wasn't a landslide. Oh my god. Walter Mondale, I gotta say, Walter Mondale actually looks pretty good. No, he's not going gray. It's just the bad lighting. They had some weird overhead lighting on him, and it makes him look like he's going gray. But honestly, he's got kind of a cute face. I kind of can dig him. I'm gonna give Walter Mondale a B. I like the way he looks. He's got a baby face. B for baby face. We skip HW, and we move over to HW's VP, Dan Quayle. Now, he's no Jack Kennedy. It was a reference to the only thing anyone actually remembers about Dan Quayle.
Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy.
I don't know, my mom thinks Dan Quayle's kind of cute. And I don't disagree. I mean, comparatively to everyone in C and below, I think he looks better than them. So I mean, I guess by my own grading system, I have to give Dan Quayle a B. Al Gore! He invented the internet, guys. For real, for real. I'm super serial. Yeah, Al Gore's pretty attractive looking, I won't lie, especially back in his heyday in the mid-90s. I like how Al Gore looks. I like what he preaches. I like what he says. I like what he's trying to do. He's trying to help us from save ourselves from environmental disaster. I can get on board with that. I think he's kind of cute too. I will give Al Gore an A. A rank for Al Gore. Good job. So now we've hit the 2000s. Look at the scoreboard so far. We have 1 S, 5 A's, which is actually more than I thought I was gonna put on, considering where my head was at last night. But you know, my views change overnight, and we only got 1 F, so can't get any worse, right? Who's up next? Oh fuck! No, 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 we're not doing this. No, 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 no. Spent half my childhood with this fucking man's face on my TV. No. No. F. Fuck Dick Cheney. Fuck his face. Fuck his heart. Fuck Dick Cheney. Piece of shit man. He looks like he's gonna fucking eat me. And not in a sexy way. I mean like actually eat my liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Get the hell away from me. Please. Honestly. Get the fuck away from me, Dick Cheney. I don't want you anywhere near me. Creepy ass man. Stop profiteering off the Iraq war, you piece of garbage. If you want to watch something about Dick Cheney that's I feel would be enlightening, go watch the movie Vice. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And it just shows how long he's actually been involved in our politics. He helped shape modern American conservatism. And he's fuck ugly. Joe Biden. So we didn't do Joe Biden in the president's list officially. I think I said F, but only because it's a balancing act to say, like, because I was very much against Trump and his looks, and I was just saying, oh, you know, as a balancing act, I'll say that Joe Biden's no. My views on that has changed a little bit. Joe Biden, I don't like looking at him. He's an old man. He is our oldest elected president ever. I don't like the way he looks. He's got a nice smile, though, and I can get behind a nice smile. When he's got those aviator shades on, he almost doesn't look like a child molester. I'll give Joe Biden a D. Don't give the kids a D, Joe. That was Joe Biden. Oh, god damn it. Mike Pence. Lord have mercy. Mike Pence looks like a fucking vampire. And I know what people are gonna say, vampires are sexy. No! Unless your name is Alucard, Saris, or Hirohiko Araki, vampires aren't sexy. They're ugly motherfuckers. If he walked up to my door, I'd be like, haha, bitch, you won't come in unless I let you in. Fuck no. He will not come into my house. Creepy ass man. Just fucking horrific looking. And his views on people around, people in general, doesn't fucking help things. Nah, Mike Pence gets an F. Fucking no. Hideous man. Hideous. Black heart. No soul. Ugly ass face. Fuck him. But actually don't. But like literally don't fuck him. In a figurative sense, go fuck off, Mike. Wasn't good for his state, wasn't good for our country, not good for my bed. So, last and certainly not least, our current vice president, the 49th person to have the title, and the first ever woman to hold the title, and the first ever black person to hold the title, and the first ever Asian person, I believe, right? She's. Point is, she's a lot of firsts. That being said, though, give me a second. Hold on.
Hello?
Oh, hey!
Hey!
Hey, you picked up. I have a, kind of a weird question.
I'm all ears.
If I don't rank Kamala that high, will people call me sexist or racist?
This is an interesting question, John, because the answer is yes. But then the bigger question is, does that mean that you are sexist or racist? So if people's perception of you not ranking her high is that you're sexist or racist, is it the greater truth that you are sexist or racist? And herein lies the issue with woke culture.
I think if they did, they'd kind of be overthinking it. Like, I think that ranking somebody on that sort of comes with an assumed level of shallowness in the factors taken into account. So I don't think so. I mean, the fact of the matter is she's a vice president. That should make her eligible for your ranking, right?
Yeah.
So you're treating her like everybody else, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're ranking somebody on sexiness, it's a pretty surface level evaluation anyway. And if you didn't include her just because she was a woman, I feel like that's almost worse. I think it might come under more scrutiny if she's like ranked most sexy just because she has boobs, but also at the same time.
Will people call me racist or will they call me sexist?
Yes.
Yeah, I just gotta go with my gut. I'm gonna put Kamala in B. I mean, you look at these faces and C, and then you look at Kamala, and I go, well, she's not that bad. But, like, I don't get anything from it. I mean, she's well put together. I mean, obviously, she's a woman in a very male-dominated political world. She has to be, otherwise no one will listen to her, unfortunately. And that's the shitty world we live in. She's not bad looking at all. I mean, honestly, probably in the higher end of this B category, but I don't think I would put her in A. And that's that. That's all the vice presidents. That is 34 men and 1 woman. Because we didn't do the 14 people that were president. That got to become president. Maybe Kamala will be president one of these days. Who knows? I don't, because I can't see the fucking future. So that was certainly a thing. Don't subscribe to me, because this is what I do with my time. I think about how sexy our vice presidents have been. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? Straight up the worst video I've ever made in my life. If you want to see me do more things like this, tell me. I'll do first ladies. I'll do Speaker of the House. I'll do fucking, I don't know, the current senators. Like, that's 100 people. That's not too bad. I'll do it. I did it again, so I'll do it. Clearly. Oh my fucking god. I'm sorry. I'm also not sorry, but I'm sorry. Take care, y'all.